And good Saturday morning to everyone as we rise and shine into a Saturday that I hope is going to be great for you. There is a chance of thunderstorms, and we'll get into that here in just a little bit to tell you all about what's going to happen this afternoon with the weather and could it possibly be severe here. The National Weather Service thinks so. We'll get into the timelines and discuss all of that in a moment. I want to remind you about the concert that is coming up tonight out at Meridian Community College. If you hadn't had a chance to see this is the young man that was up against Todd Tillman in season 18 of The Voice there. They'll be at MCC's McCain Theater beginning at 6:30. Doors open at 6. If you'd like to attend, it should be a good show. So I hope you can make it out to that this morning and this afternoon tonight, rather, and enjoy yourself there. Let's see here, other things that are going on this morning. I wanted to bring up a couple of things that are in the news this morning as we go around and take a look at what's happening here. Clark County Hot Topics. I don't know if you've seen this yet. Reported there was a fire yesterday at the old Cuba Timber Building in Clark County. And as we go to that to take a look at that, and this was the old building there. And again, this was, let me put this where we can see all this, was down in the Thiedville community there off County Road 511. They reported it, and that's the old building there. No one was hurt. I think they saved the building pretty good, but gave them a scare there for a minute or two there. Again, this was Clark County yesterday afternoon. Sheriff Todd Kemp there as they went through everything. But again, the fire was put out and everybody was okay, so that's good news. That was down in Clark County, so that is cleared up also. Let's see, other things that just make you go, what is the world coming to? As you go to New Jersey with headlines this morning, Fox News showing this, New Jersey School Board wanting to rename all the holidays off the calendar to prevent people from getting their feelings hurt. And as you go into this, have a merry day off. They want to get rid of all Christmas names and Christopher Columbus days and, well, just everything. They want to change it to Thanksgiving, just listing it as a day off so they won't hurt someone's feelings. Again, I say, what is the world coming to? That's really getting out of line, in my opinion. Do y'all agree? Am I wrong? It shakes me to no end. As you go to, let me see here, what was this? New York. Let me find this. New York wanted to buy back, and I don't believe in the buyback programs of guns, because typically what you get are guns that are no good, and the people, the bad guys, are not going to give you their guns. Usually this is junk laying around. As we go to look at what the New York Attorney's Office did, this is what they were offering. They're offering today $200 a gun in New York, and here's a picture of some of the ones, let's see here, that came in. And if you'll look at those pictures, they're not really guns to amount to anything. As you look at this is just, half guns, broken guns. Where do they come from? No questions asked. A bunch of antiques. That's not taking guns off the street, but my opinion. You may feel a little bit differently than I do about all of that. Another thing, let me see if I can find that. I may have lost it. I'll have to bring that up another day. I misplaced something. I'll see if I can find it here in a second. Maybe I can do it a different way. But you know how it is when you have something you're going to show and then you can't locate it for whatever reason? That's what I done. I might can get it this way here. Yeah, I can. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show. I had this sent in. I didn't even know anybody did this, but this was sent in from Angela Dungan to me. And as we look at this is Brim's Potato Chip. Are y'all familiar with them? They actually put a saying from the Bible in it on the back of the potato chips. I didn't know they'd done that. So salute to them in a world that is canceling everything else. But had no clue that they did that. She pointed that out. That's a pretty neat little thing there. So next time you see a bag of brims, you can take a look at that, so to speak there. I'm sure you might want to see that. All right, let's talk a little bit about weather this morning and what's going on. Let's look at radar first, and then we'll get into all the statistics of when rain is coming in, possibly some serious weather that's going to be coming into the Gulf next week. Not a hurricane. I think it's at this point could possibly be a tropical storm. We'll look at that. Let me see here. Comments this morning. A good morning to Liz Mercer. Thank you for watching us today. Also, good morning from Meehan. That's coming in from Denise Wheat. Thank you for watching. Also, good morning to Ruth K. Key, rather. I said that wrong. Miss Joyce Stamper is up with us, along with Mary Talbot. Morning. Watching. Thank you. Miss Joyce Godwin, how are you today? Along with Charlene Gaddy. Happy Saturday morning. Sylvia Stewart joins us. Also, Richard Boyd. Good morning. And yes, he agrees. I appreciate that. Terry Ray watching from Philadelphia this morning. And also, let's see, Claudine Baskin watching. And Miss Charlene Gaddy says, is anybody missing their dog in the Briarwood area? I have him in my backyard. Please come get him. Pictures are on Facebook on Charlene Gaddy's there if you're missing a puppy dog in the Briarwood area there. So hopefully you can get your pup back there. And good morning to Miss Beth Vick. All right, let's look at that radar, as I mentioned just a moment ago, of what we've got showing here. Rain out to our east here. Here's Lauderdale County here. This is going to be straight across. This is Kemper County as you go north of Livingston. This is going to be Geiger, Alabama, where we're getting showers this morning, all the way over light showers to Gainesville there at the bridge. So if you're going to be there, in a beautiful historical town if you've never been there. As you go up into Knoxville County, just a shower or two just north of northwest of Macon there in Brooksville there as we show our locations. This is downtown Macon area, and this is going to be Highway 14 just north of there, a few showers. Nothing serious there right now. As we back out, let's turn this off so that won't get all confusing. As we go across the state, the rest of everything looks very good now. Some showers way out to our east, and we go to the northeast of Plano, Dallas. Pick up some more showers then around Tyler, Texas. All right, as the day progresses, let's look at severe weather of what the National Weather Service has put out. And this is the area that has caused this from the National Weather Service to put us in this one area of what we've got in ours. New Mexico has a 2, but if we'll look at this, this stretches all the way from the Mississippi Gulf Coast over to Georgia, due north all the way to Michigan this afternoon. Now, as we look at this, and we'll look at their map in a minute, all of Meridian, all of the coast, all of us are in this. The National Weather Service is putting these storms in a timeline of 2 to 10 p.m. tonight. Most likely, we will start to see some action somewhere around 4:45, around 5 o'clock-ish. Kind of have what you got to have done by then. Now, could it start earlier? Yes, it's Mother Nature. It could throw a kink into that and start earlier than I'm thinking, but most likely sometime around 4:30, 5 o'clock is when we'll start seeing it. But again, let me back up and make sure that I make myself clear that it is Mother Nature, and it can come quick and it can slow down and come in after that. But that's sort of what we're looking at this point. All right, let's take a look at some more things here as we get into weather thoughts here this morning. All right, let's go back and start out with our record highs and record lows on this date. It was 2006. We had a record high of 100. Kind of warm there, wasn't it? Our record low was set in 1988. It was a cool 50 degrees in 88. Been many a year ago back then. As we move forward to what the forecast calls for us today, we're going to hit 90 degrees. If you'll look at that, and this is going to go all the way up through Louisville, Philadelphia, through Scuba, on up through Macon, and west through all parts here, down to our south there as we get near Laurel area, about 91, getting on down to Hattiesburg, 92. The further south we go, the warmer it gets. As we move across that Alabama state line, we'll show that Demopolis all the way through Troy, and these areas are going to be 90 with more rain chances like it here is in the Meridian area. As you go northward, Tuscaloosa is sort of the line to where it won't be as bad as it is in the Demopolis, Alabama area. So we'll watch this. This is taking in Geiger, Alabama, and Livingston and all these areas also. And as they point out there, it could be strong this afternoon. As we look at this, this is what the National Weather Service, their timing of this is. It can happen anywhere from 2 to 10 p.m. tonight. And again, depending upon how fast it's moving or if something slows it down. Severe storms are possible with it. We could have damaging winds and hail up to a quarter size. Now, we'll be here. We'll go live as any threat gets to our area. We'll cover all of this to make sure that you're up to date with the absolute latest on any of the weather as it comes about. We'll be on top of it to let you know. Now, heat indexes mostly will be out to our west here. As we look here from Brookhaven to Jackson, that does not mean that it's not going to be extremely warm in our area. Tomorrow, we'll start seeing heat indexes. I said that wrong, didn't I? Heat indexes tomorrow of about 100. But it will be to our west today. The humidity is still going to be rough here this afternoon. But again, whether it gets to the 100 or not, make sure that you got plenty of water and don't stay out there. Take breaks because you can overheat in a heartbeat. And we're looking at 105 in these areas here out to our west. Keep that in mind now. This is our next concern, that as we move forward through the week, what is going to be happening here? Now, this is where it is formed. It was down here to begin with, and it was just a thunderstorm. It's eased up, and now there's a 10% chance that this could turn into a tropical storm. There's many different theories. It hasn't built enough to be exact, but some of this looks as though this may form into a tropical storm and come ashore in Louisiana. And if it comes ashore in Louisiana, which will make that east side to where either Friday, late Thursday, Friday, into the weekend of Father's Day weekend, that we would see a lot of rain from this as it begins here. We're going to watch this. Will it happen? We're not 100% sure, but there's a good chance that it could go right through here. We're way early on this as we watch this, but just a heads up, keep it in your mind. We could see a lot of rain from this. Most likely, this tropical storm will head toward Louisiana. Again, I say it is Mother Nature, but we're going to get a lot of rain out of this by next weekend. So make plans on that as you begin your week and as we head toward this, and we'll be here to watch that as well as that weekend approaches. We'll know more by Wednesday, be pretty sure of what's going to happen. So we'll be on top of it. Make sure to get your grass done before next weekend because it'll be too wet, most likely, to get much done. As we look at our record, our temperatures, what to expect over the next 10 days, we pull this up. Our area mostly is going to be normal here. Now, there's some areas in southwestern Mississippi, the Natchez area, that will be a little bit cooler than average over the next 10 days. But we're going to be average here in the Meridian area and northward through Tennessee. All of our friends here in Alabama that joins us, it's going to be just kind of neutral. As we look at our 7-day forecast, as we hit 90 today, 70% chance of those thunderstorms. And again, we're going to expect those this afternoon. So make sure if you've got something to do, you take care of it in these morning hours. After 4:30, anything can happen. So you'll most likely get wet at some point. We move into tomorrow, and let me get a detail of what all to expect out of this. As I said, mainly after 5 o'clock today, 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'll see if that high hit 90. Tonight, we'll hit 70% chance of showers, mainly before 8. Now, the National Weather Service is putting that, if you'll remember, to 10 o'clock. But we expect it to end the heavier rain of this 8:30 tonight. Could be a little change there. As we roll into Sunday morning tomorrow, we show that we've got that 50% chance of showers happening tomorrow. The heavier part from the overnight will end by 8 o'clock in the morning, and then it will be just kind of hit and miss. You could get some sprinkles as you head to church, but we'll start to see thunderstorms after church is out after 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll have areas of sunshine, rain, expect that, but some drizzle after 8 a.m. and then thunderstorms after 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Again, the heat index will hit 100 tomorrow, so it's going to be warm. As we roll into Monday and we're back to work, we hit 92. And if you'll see here, we get almost a break here. There's a chance of some isolated showers that could pop up anytime Monday, Tuesday through Wednesday, through Thursday there. We're looking at that. That's not very strong. So hopefully things will dry out a little bit. As we move into that weekend, we'll start watching this as to what kind of play that storm that is developing. And again, we're way early on this tropical storm that is starting to move into the Gulf. Way early. We're watching it, but possibly right along in here, either Thursday night, Friday, or Saturday. We'll watch it. Rain chances could move up on that. As we look at our temperatures through the 26th, as you see here, that little normal there, 84, 83, that next 10 days. And then by the 24th, we start seeing the temperatures bump back up again and get into those 80s. And we'll get 90 again. I promise you that that is coming. It will be warm before it's all said and done. Let's see. Watching from Collinsville this morning, we want to say good morning to Cindy Giles. How are you today? From Porterville, Mississippi, Danny Simmon. How are you today, brother? Hope it's going good there. Good morning to Steve and Wanda McKinnon watching. Tammy Fleming got to take the dogs to Dr. Calvert and the VFW working tonight. Y'all have fun there, Tammy. Let's see. Pool at the Moose Lodge. I hadn't been to the Moose Lodge in many, many years, but fun times at the Moose Lodge. So we'll watch that closely. Also, good morning to Jerry Long watching from Gilberttown. Kim Valking watching us from the Quitman area. Also, Debbie Glass Jackson watching. Thank you there. Charles Yanni. Let's see here. That was Charlene. She was talking about her dog that we brought up a little bit ago. And I think that's everybody that was supposed to say good morning to. But remember, as we watch these storms here with the storms there, we'll watch this closely next week in the Gulf as this comes about. I also wanted to mention our good friends, if you have never been there, Talbot Enterprises. This is in House, Mississippi, that aerial view of everything they've got. If you're looking for a car part, you want to save a little money, starters, bumpers, fenders, transmissions, motors, you name it, Kenny and his staff have it for you at Talbot Enterprise. See them. Take a ride at House, and you can't miss it. This is what you'll run into when you get there. Talbot Enterprises. They got just about a little bit of anything that you need. You can call ahead at, let's see here, 601-656-9156. They'll have the part waiting on you. You tell them what you want. It'll be at the counter when you get there, and you can save a lot of time that way. So check them out, Talbot Enterprises. That's a glimpse of what we've got today when it comes to weather. There's a lot going on. Expect those the severe possibility later this afternoon. I'll be live when it happens. We'll walk you through it to make sure that you know everything that's going on with the weather. Also, don't forget to join us bright and early, 8 a.m. here on Tuesday, Monday, rather. Getting my days mixed up, aren't I? As we'll go back live with the morning show with Scotty Ray and Candace to give you the very latest here on Facebook, YouTube, and also on MeTV. If you hadn't joined us on television, I hope you do. Spread that around and let everybody know. Always good to do this. If you're watching, if you haven't clicked up there, the little button there to follow, make sure to do that. On YouTube, click that, say subscribe. Now, I always say join both. It's a lot heavier, more folks that follow on Facebook than it is on YouTube. But sometimes Facebook has issues that you can't get to. But if you have it as a backup, on YouTube also, you'll be able to watch regardless. It's live on both at all times and also on Twitch. And also we'll do break-ins on Twin States News when weather turns bad. Just giving you more options to be up to date with the latest when it happens. Don't be left out and not know what's going on when a storm gets near you. Whether it's thunderstorms, tornadoes, or whatever the case may be, we're live when all of that happens right here just for you. Again, I can't say thank you enough for each and every one of you that join me every day. It's a blessing. And I thank you along with all the many sponsors that make this happen. We'll be back, I'm sure, before the day is out. I'll give you updates, and when the weather does, if I learn how to pronounce this morning, we'll go live to walk you through this street by street up to your doorstep to make sure that you're safe. Again, thanks a bunch, and we'll be back later on this afternoon as we watch the weather closely here in East Mississippi and West Alabama, and pretty much the entire state. You need to know, we'll be on top of it for you.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by